Good morning. Today we are talking with Brendan Osborne from Targetlifts around the importance of communication between lift companies and lift consultants. I hope you enjoy. Mr. Osborne, good afternoon. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming this long way from upstairs.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's not. I see other people in here all the time, and I didn't know what was happening.
You just want to be involved.
Yeah. That's
Well, I'm glad
important.
that I've got you on. What's your number one nickname?
My nickname.
Yeah, what's your
Uh,
best nickname you've ever had?
I get called Fizzer.
And what's the story behind that?
So when there was that thing where people would identify their adult film star name.
Yeah.
There was a version of that which I heard on Five Live, and it was your American newsreader name. So it's your favourite sweet as a kid, and the name of the first road you grew up. So my full American newsreader name is Fizzer Rippon,
Okay.
which turns out was a different sweet than I thought it was, and wasn't also the first name of the road I lived on. But so it's wrong, but I kept it. And then when I had a radio show, I used that as my DJ name. Sorry, I wasn't a DJ; I was a show presenter. And now most people in Medway only know me as Fizzer.
Wow.
So yeah,
Is that your
it's
porn star name as well, or is that
no, that was Zed Ford.
Z Ford? Okay, got it. So, what is your role in the lift industry? If you can just introduce yourself to everyone listening.
Yeah, so I'm currently the business operations director at Targetlifts. Previously, the sales director here. Prior to that, sales manager, and I've only worked at one more company before, which was Stanner. I worked there for 12 years.
Everyone is linked to Stanner.
Stanner's a great company.
Was
Yeah,
that the only lift company at that time? Everyone expanded, or
yeah. I think they did so many apprenticeships. They were,
right?
and they're such a big company, um, international company on the what they're called, the stair ones, stair chairs,
Stair
stair
lifts.
stair lifts thing. Huge company, and it's a family-owned company still. So they are, yeah, they do things well. So yeah, a lot of people here have worked at Stanner. It's local as well.
Stanner was here though, wasn't it?
This was the
Was this
Stanner
when
Crayford branch,
in
yeah,
this building?
in this building, yeah.
Right.
I used to come here for meetings.
Wow.
I think this room used to be Joe's office. I think.
How many years ago?
Well, I've been here at Target for 11 years, so 12, 13 years ago. This was um, the National Contracts Office was in this bit we're in, and the stair lift bit was upstairs, and the warehouse was next door.
Oh, what
Um,
in Safeline?
yeah, my safe
Oh,
one. I
okay.
used to where
Yeah.
the stairs was. Yeah, so I used to come here for a lot of national contract meetings. Um, so I was there for 12 years. But now I've been doing this role at Target since April, and it's been,
Busy, I can imagine.
yeah, a job that didn't exist before. Seems to be a lot to do.
And moving buildings at the same time, or like expanding buildings, I should say.
Yeah. So we've moved office. I've just literally been at what I'd named head office,
Yeah.
and this is the Crayford branch. Um, yeah, that was hard, but essential because we were so crammed in
Yeah.
upstairs. So we're now in the throes of redecorating this one. We will redecorate this branch soon because this isn't here all the time. So
As it's
people
not the
know.
wallpaper. It
No,
should be the wallpaper, shouldn't it?
no, I thought it was the TV behind there. So yeah, it's been really busy on the move, recruiting, keeping people happy, keeping customers happy. It's been a challenging year. I think that's a lot of the industry like that this year.
A lot of change.
Yeah, I think people were nice for like 2 or 3 years after COVID. Now they're back to being their miserable selves.
You're always smiling.
I'm all right. Don't take it too seriously.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah, you can't. You can't. What's been your most successful day so far?
um, I mean, I had so many good days at Target because we've grown so much since I joined. Because when I joined, we were in Tony's shed in back of Tony's house.
I've
Uh,
never heard this story. Can you
have you
share
not
this?
heard the
I've never
story?
heard of this story.
Oh, right, okay. So when I
Tony Shed.
so when I joined in 2014, there wasn't an office at all. There was Tony and Danny who were still on the tools, There was Adam, who was a fitter. I think Lee was our only service engineer. And there was a mate, so five, and like Tony's sister did a bit of part-time bookkeeping. And Danny would always say to me, because it formed Target Lifts about 4 years before that, and he'd always said, "Oh, come work for us, come work for us," which he says to everyone. So it was like I was just like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." Because on Stanley, you could be there for your life. It was
Yeah.
a very good company in that sense, and very bad at sacking people. I was going to say something then that would have got us in trouble.
We'd have to cut that bit out.
Cut that bit
I'm
out.
glad you didn't say it. Thanks.
Yeah. So yeah. So and then one day we actually worked together on a job. I'd sold a job at Waterloo Station, and Target were awarded the labour. So they actually got to see me in a meeting, sitting around the consultant, the customer, all that. And because Danny had previously been my fitter, and I loosely knew Tony, um, and so we actually got to work together on a project. And then we just started talking, and then you know they said they were looking advertising for a sales manager. So I put my hat in the ring, and that was that. So I joined, and I would literally drive to Tony's house, let myself in the side gate when he remembered to open it, and sit in the shed all day because they'd be out on site predominantly. And after about 6 months, I think we maybe less. So we need a proper office. So we moved to the base in Dartford.
Oh yeah.
We had a room about this big, and there was just four of us. And then we moved to one of the units, and then suddenly there was 8 of us. So we took over the unit next door, knocked through into that. Then suddenly there was like 16 of us. And then we came here literally just before COVID, and I remember we had a tennis table upstairs when we first started.
You can't even imagine that now with that. There's no room.
It's been folded up for years. But when we moved in, we were like, "God, we're going to be here so much spare room, so much spare room. We're never going to leave here." And then this year, we had to split the office, so we've moved projects and sales and the owners down to literally the other end of this road. And the service department, repair department, myself are still here. So yeah, from shed to two branches in 11 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
So the was question, best day. So yeah, there's been lots because that growth has been great. Yeah. And you get to experience lots of nice things. Going to Interlift was great. But seeing people qualify, because I've been here long enough now to see engineers come in, or apprentices come in and qualify and outfitting for themselves. People in the office, my daughter, Georgia.
Indeed.
Doing a foundation course with Leah. All these things are really, really positive things that have been equal great days at Target. And winning our first tender, that was a big day. That was a big one. That was our first bona fide tender we did. And we won that. Our first big service contract, which was huge at the time. And now we've just started the new contract, which will take us to 10 years with this client, which isn't our longest client. It was a client that we had before I joined that we've still got. But this particular Knight Frank contract, now we will have had it for 10 years.
Wow.
And it's a hard, demanding contract. But
yeah, I can imagine.
It's been rewarding. Yeah, so lots of them.
So you basically just have fun every day. That's what you're telling me.
We have a lot of fun at Target.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
And we
sponsor their sporting club, which is excellent. So we, I suppose the best one of those was we took some clients to a lunch. Zara Tinder was the main guest. She was doing the talking, she was on the stage. But I'd managed to bring along with me Shauna Brown, champ, and she brought along a friend, which was Fire from Gladiators, on our table, and it was brilliant.
I can imagine.
Zara Tinder was I'm no royalist, but she was really good fun. Yeah. So yeah, too many to mention. The day I joined, I should have said that, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might have got a bonus this year if you'd said that.
The day I joined and discovered that the office didn't have heating or cooling. Or fridge.
Or a fridge.
cow.
Or a cow.
That was the best day.
Yeah, in that shed. In that shed.
Target Lifts are proud to sponsor the Stuck in the Lift podcast in partnership with Blacks Productions. A lift company with a passion to delivering expert levels of customer service, Target Lifts are always aiming higher.
So, lift consultants, this is what we're chatting about today with yourself. When did lift consultants first become a regular part of the industry? And what role were they originally expected to play?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know when, obviously, exactly. And there's some very old consultants. So a long time is my guess. And the role I imagine they were first set out to do was to the lift industry is an entirely unregulated industry, so you're going to get cowboys, you're going to get some people who cut corners. So consultants, I imagine, evolved out of that need for the client to employ an independent witness, if you like, to the industry, so they know what they're going to get is good value. More importantly, safe, to standard, regulated, and to a higher quality. So that's how I imagine they evolved, and certainly would have started. What they've become is huge now. I'm aware I'll keep moving because
Nervous?
no, it's not nervous. It's crippling arthritis
In your knee. In your knee.
Yeah, so I imagine that's a long time ago because they're all some of them are very old, very very old, and they're born out of necessity to protect the client, I think.
That's the role they play now.
Now, and that is so many. But when I first started, I was pretty much told, consultants are a drain on the lift companies. They think they're experts. They don't know anything. They're just trying to screw the lift company. Well, that's how when I first was introduced.
Yeah.
That's the language that was used to me. So when I didn't really do much of it before, but when I came to Target, it was a case of, it was obvious to me. They're an essential part of the industry now, and the best thing to do was to work with them, to try and understand them, try and make sure it was a free-way working relationship. The lift company, the client, and the lift consultant. And to be fair, that's what most consultants want. Once you get to know them,
Yeah.
once you get to work with them, once you get to understand them. Don't get me wrong, we've had times where we've been entirely frustrated with lift consultants, but we've also had times when they've really had our backs and worked with us to get a resolution. But 9 times out of 10, it's a seamless, or 99 times out of 100, I should say, it's a seamless relationship, freeway relationship. Us, them, the client, and we get the job done. Now, quite often they get used by the client to be almost just like a cost negotiator.
Okay.
And that's the client putting the pressure on them for that as well, and now everyone has a consultant as well, so it's quite a competitive market. They still, but we work with a lot of them, and there's some really really cool ones. They're really good to work with, and are straight with you, honest with you. Tell you when you're doing a bad job, tell you when you're doing a good job, but ultimately working with you to resolve any issues. We've had some experiences the other way around recently and before, and experiences where the consultants really helped us. But the cost thing at the moment for them, because they cost, they have to be paid, they have to make money. They're not free. The clients this year do seem to be putting a lot of pressure on them to always go for the first reaction is that's expensive. Just out of nowhere, that's expensive without any context and stuff like that. So the new ones, the new breed, the young ones, some of the ones we work with, they understand now it's a relationship, it's a game where we all have to work together. I'd like to think that we have a good relationship with consultants. I think you have a good relationship when they tell you something's going bad.
So communication.
They communicate to you that that's not going well. And whilst we like you as a people to be around. You need to sort this out. I think if you don't have that relationship, they just go into the wind and you never see them again. You never work with them again. You never work with their clients again. So it's 90% of our projects, if not more, is consultant led. So it's
Is that normal for the across the board, or is it like? I have two questions on this. Is that across the board as most lift companies use lift consultants? And my next question is, do you get frowned upon or like looked at differently as a company if you go, I'm not using lift consultants?
There are companies that don't use lift consultants.
Yeah.
That's not their model. That's not the way they operate. They might work more with main contractors. We work very little with main contractors, whereas other companies will work almost exclusively with main contractors.
Right.
That's the way they built their model. I would say in the majority will do a lot of consultant-led work.
Right.
Because we speak to our peers and our rivals at events and stuff. So we all have a joke about this consultant and that consultant. But most of our rivals, are consultant-led as well. There is a certain safety element to it. You do feel safer working on a project with the consultant because you feel there's that extra safety net should
I get that.
something go wrong somewhere.
As long as the communication between you both is as strong.
Yeah, we're all free, and it has to be
yeah.
open. Yeah, it has to be completely transparent with the consultant and the client.
Yeah.
So you try and take one out of the loop, you're just going to upset the other.
How has technology changed the interaction between lift companies and lift consultants?
I don't know if it's happened too much yet. We're getting into it now, especially on one large contract we've been working on by using third-party monitoring to really assist the decision makers in where to spend the money, showing undeniable data that lift is doing more work than that lift, or more work than it should be doing. So some consultants push it. Most of them don't really push too much monitoring. But either they don't see it as a cost benefit to the customer, or the technology is much better now with monitoring. But some still don't see it as essentials. But I think in time, the ones we're working with, where we are using monitoring on their portfolio, as it were, they can see the benefit immediately. So it will become more and more common once the suppliers get a grip on the subscription pricing.
Right.
Because it's a really good benefit to a customer if you've got 100, 150 lifts, 200 lifts. Really, you can really see the value in it. But not if you've got 2 or 3. They're paying an extra subscription for something that you can probably work out.
Where does it, I know it's part AI based because it's reading when a lift breaks down, or how many times that lift door opens, or it stops at the third floor 15 more times than the first. But how's AI going to expand that? Where do you see that going?
Only some of them are AI. Some of them are fully integrated into the control panel.
Oh, okay.
But there are ones, the more common ones, that do just use AI for prediction, and it's been proved to be very accurate. So it's it's one or the other. And there's benefits and pros to each. One that's in, one that's not in, all that kind of stuff, all that boring technical stuff, which I'm not going to pretend to understand. But I can see from a customer and a lift company point of view, that side of it, I can definitely see. There's definitely in the office side, on the lift side, the actual hardware side on the lift. I can't see what else it could do. It's already learning. It's predicting.
Apart from sending a robot out to fix it, which is years to come.
Yeah. Well, we could do a few of those. I don't think anytime soon on that one.
Target Lifts are an independent business, and since 2009 we've been offering a peace of mind and complete confidence in the services that we provide. We're available 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, and can tailor contracts to suit your specific requirements. Here at Target Lifts, we pride ourselves on providing excellent communication and engineering detail to ensure full compliance, safety and reliability. Visit targetlifts.limited.co.uk to see what we can do for you.
How do lift companies view lift consultants today? Like, do they see them as collaborators? Do they see them as like an obstacle?
We certainly see them as collaborators. I couldn't really talk for many of my rivals. Well, some of them I will speak to, and they're like, don't like it. But if you don't see them as a collaborator now, I don't think it's going to serve you too well in the future. An old manager of mine used to say that if all the lift consultants down tools tomorrow, the lift industry would continue, which may have been true 15 years ago. It's not true now. The customers see that they're an essential part of the process, and if you're a good, honest, sustainable company, why wouldn't you want that extra pair of eyes or hands on the project, on the contract, helping you, pointing out? Because you can't see the wood for the trees. You can't see the amount of lifts that we look after. You can't see anything. So I don't see it as anything other than a collaboration. And like I said, there are some really good young lift consultants out there. There's some old ones that are really good.
Who is the hottest lift consultant out there?
Pat Garrity.
He's the one.
Ilex.
Okay.
Yeah. And he's cool.
It makes him hotter then.
Yeah. He's a bit dull.
Oh, that don't make him hot though.
He likes Formula One.
Ah, okay.
But he is continually, and I mean continually, pranking his mother-in-law to the point of torture, I think. But she seems to like it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, does she like it? I don't know. I don't know if he's trying to kill her, but he's
He hopes she likes it.
well, yeah. He sent me a video recently. I had to check with Pat this is okay to go out, where he's got a baby. He's got two daughters. Mum's quite young. She's about 8 months, I suppose. And he's videoing her. He's giving her a fake knife, so it looks like she's sitting in the kitchen with a real knife. And you see his mother-in-law turn around and scream. And once this is my favourite prank of all time. I think they must have been staying around their house or something like that. But he'd boiled all of her eggs, and then she went to make breakfast. She's got to crack all the eggs into the frying pan. They're all boiled. I mean, the level of effort to go through that.
Yeah, does he do any work, or is that has he got time?
Yeah, but yeah, no, he is the best.
He's the best one.
He's the hottest. You don't do a lot of work with him, Pat. But we have done some really good projects with him. But yeah, you can't win them all.
Is he in your locker upstairs? Like when you open the door, drawing hearts around him. Have you seen anything unexpected along your journey, starting from Stanner to now?
Unexpected of yes, lots of nights out, especially with Tony and Danny, and my colleagues on Target. There's been lots of unexpected, often welcome, sometimes not, things we've seen. Probably have to stop there.
Can you share us one? And if we need to cut it out, we'll cut it out.
There's a picture of Danny's office now where he's wearing a slut t-shirt. Just a slut, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Just a slut, that's it. That was just, we was over to see a factory tour in Spain. Our good friends at Formator on behalf of Global One Partners. Great factory visit, and we went for some drinks that evening in Salou. And there was a shop selling t-shirts with the word slut on it, which was great. But unrelated to that, with Tony, Danny wasn't here on this one. The weirdest thing I've ever seen with Tony is that we saw Jeremy Vine playing drums for the Wilco in a play. So there was a play going on about the life and times of Wilco Johnson. So the play was just all different bands, and they played live as a band as well, and it was brilliant. And each night there was a special guest. The night we went, Jeremy Vine came on and played drums on 3 songs, and it was so weird because he never spoke to the crowd. He just got up, played drums to a reasonable degree. Let's remember he's a professional broadcaster, not a drummer.
Yeah.
And then on the last song, he just stood there and played the tambourine, and almost immediately as the play stopped, I said to Tony, "Hey Tony, remember that time we saw Jeremy Vine play drums?" Because it was just so bizarre. But that wasn't particularly target related, but it was. Tony was there that night.
How random.
It was really random.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he was on air the next day, apparently talking about it, saying how much he enjoyed it. And it was, he was, he knows how to drum. I'll give him that.
And the tambourine.
Tambourine, yeah.
That's a skill, that one.
It's obviously more practice required.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So
I did say with Target and some customers on Saturday to see England's women win the Rugby World Cup.
yeah, they brought it home, didn't they?
Fantastic.
Was that good?
Amazing.
Messy?
Yeah, wasn't too messy. I had my youngest daughter with me. But when the Black Ferns did the haka, because we were quite close, it was tingling. I've never had anything like it in my life. It was so good. And women's rugby's rugby's great.
Yeah, you guys, your daughter plays, doesn't she?
My youngest daughter and my youngest son both play. Yeah.
Oh, do they?
And I
Both.
coach as well. So yeah.
Big fans.
Yeah, yeah.
So our previous guest has asked you a question. You don't know what's coming.
Who was your previous guest?
I can't tell you that.
Oh, okay.
Can't tell you that. I can only tell you the
I
question.
might not answer it.
What early mistakes turned out to shape your career for the better?
In the lift industry specifically.
No, you can go back as far as you want.
I think there's probably been a few that I've forgotten. But one of the first mistakes I made in career wise, and it wasn't on lifts, I don't think, was when I came and took over a shift, and the people I took over for had left the station and a real mess, horrible mess. And I was walking in, going, "Oh, I've got to start my thing." And first of all, and they'd logged out and clocked out, so I was in one of those places. And the manager came over, so what's the matter? And I said, "Oh, and I complained basically, and then just got on with it. And the next day I see the people that left in the mess, and one of them, she sort of like pulled me on it and said, basically said we were so busy, blah blah blah, and they got told off and felt quite bad about it. And I thought I'd learned then to get all the facts before you make any judgment. Check everything, and people get bored of me saying it upstairs, but I'm no fan of conjecture. If someone comes to me and says, a customer says, rah, 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 this is wrong, that I will not react to it in the instant. I'll go and get the facts, get the details, and check it. And 9 times out of 10, it's never as bad. It's always perception, but without taking that initial, that emotional, taking the emotion out of that kind of thing. So I felt quite bad about it afterwards. So, so that's one mistake I think I made, was to just assume someone was doing a bad job on purpose. And it was. I
think that definitely is an age thing, though, isn't it? It's
I think
the emotion. You're just a lot more emotional, aren't you, when you're younger?
Yeah, it's about 24, I think, roughly. But yeah, I don't make mistakes. So
no. Professional.
I had lots of mistakes on the radio. I had lots of complaints, all upheld. For mentioning political parties that I didn't agree with.
Okay, but in work, you're a professional.
Absolutely.
So we'd love to end each podcast in tradition, and we'd love to know who you'd want to be stuck in a lift with.
Yeah, and this could be dead or alive.
I'd rather it be alive.
Could it be someone that's dead?
Go on then, as is you.
And if they're dead,
I know you're pushing it.
Are they dead in the lift or alive? So
you're in the lift with this dead person.
Yeah, well, I don't know how the lift works, especially how lifts work. And how this lift works. It's the same answer. It'll probably be Prince.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Prince is great. And if he's dead, I can just use him as a puppet because he was quite small. Get him to do the splits like he did. If he's alive, he can just
Do the splits anyway.
guitar, yeah. Or it'd be
What a
someone
genius
like
man.
he was. Yeah, I saw him live 3 times. It's great. In fact, when he died, I got more people contacting me to see if I was okay than I did congratulate me when my children were born. I got a card from the office. No, sorry for your loss when Prince died.
Oh, so you're like a huge fan. You're like a fanboy.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. It's just I suppose everyone's got that one artist that takes you somewhere, doesn't he? But I used to hate him. I thought he was rubbish. My sister really liked him
Did you cry?
when he died. And I didn't actually cry. But it was the year that everyone died. 2016, wasn't it? When everyone died, so it was like numb to it by then. So no, he's just. And then my sister really liked him. I didn't like him, but then we listened to him. Then she played me Sign of the Times album. That was it. So that's good. Either that, or just be someone very Billy Bragg, John Ronson, Jeremy Corbyn, just to annoy people. Something like that. Yeah.
Okay. But we're going with Prince. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. Brendan, thank you so much for joining me for a chat today.
You're very welcome.
It's been great.
Danny and Tony do want the final cut on this.
He can have a look.
I was the picker. Talk about supermarket sweep, because I can go around a supermarket in 20 minutes to do a full shop.
Wow, just because you've done that job.
That skill has paid off because it saved
I'm
my
going to send you
time
to
at
do
the
mine.
weekends. Yeah,
I hate
no
Tesco.
problem. So I accidentally walked through the exhibitor's entrance. Don't ask me how, but that's something so typical I would do. And the guy behind me was carrying a pack of waters and they split all over the floor. So I was like, obviously, like any normal human was like, I'll help you.
Yeah.
And, I had my heels on or whatever. So I was like tottering with all these waters. And as we were walking, we obviously started chatting. And he was like, I know who you are. You've been trying to get hold of me about my insurance. Around 60% of SMEs that do have a cyber attack go out of business because of it.
Did you know, as part of targetlifts social initiatives within our local community, we currently sponsor 4 football teams: Milton and Folkestone, Fleetdown United Girls, Lee Rockets FC and Together Men FC, a charity football team raising awareness for men's mental health. Keep an eye on all their progress on all of our social media accounts. Targetlifts, always aiming higher.